Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on Vision IAS Polity PT365 summary. This is part 7 where we are going to discuss the important aspects related to governance, which is chapter 8 in the Vision IAS Polity PT365. Okay, now let's quickly begin the discussion. And guys, just a small information. The document what we are using for our discussion is the document what we have prepared. This is the summary of Vision Polity PT365. If you want to subscribe to these summaries, you can visit our Telegram channel and you can check the quality of these summaries. In these summaries, what we have done is we have reduced the size of the content, or you can say we have summarized the whole PT365. And this summary consists of all the important information. It does not miss any information. Okay, you can check the quality of these summaries in our Telegram channel. The main aim of ours for preparing this summary is to reduce your preparation time, remove unnecessary content and reduce your preparation time. Okay, so if you have any queries, you can get back to us via comments or via Telegram as well. Now let's quickly begin. The first one what is given is Aadhaar. Okay, so Aadhaar Supreme Court in 2018 verdict, it has upheld the constitutionality of Aadhaar. And if someone asks you, is Aadhaar constitutionally valid, the answer is yes. And Aadhaar is basically a 12-digit number ID issued by UIDAI to the resident of India. Okay, so this UIDAI basically it is a statutory authority which is established by the Aadhaar Act of 2016 under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So if you see this UIDAI, it collects only 4 pieces of personal information. Only 4 pieces of personal information, that is name, age, gender and address, along with the biometric data. Biometric data is the fingerprint and the eye as well. So if you see the key features of this act, so in 2019 actually an Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Act was passed by the Parliament to replace an ordinance which was earlier passed. So excuse me. So if you see some of the key features of this, what are the key features? It allows offline verification of Aadhaar, and also verification individual actually. And also individuals may voluntarily use his Aadhaar number to establish his identity. That means as an identity card also Aadhaar can be used, and it's not mandatory for a person. That means you can say it is not mandatory for birth or death registration. Aadhaar is not mandatory. Okay. And also it has amended the Telegraph Act of 1885 and the Prevention of Money Laundering Act of 2002, allowing banking companies and financial institutions to verify the identity of the clients by authentication or offline verification of Aadhaar, among the other things. That means Aadhaar can be used for verification as well. So Aadhaar, Aadhaar number of children, if you see, for the children, the Aadhaar for children, the consent of parents or guardian is necessary, and after attaining 18 years of age, the child may apply for cancellation of his Aadhaar. So obtaining Aadhaar or cancellation of Aadhaar is purely voluntary. The citizens have the choice. The choice is given to the citizens, and the disclosure of information in certain cases can be done only by the orders of the High Court or above. That means only by the orders of High Court or Supreme Court. And the discretion for disclosing information, if you see, it is in the interest of national security and cannot be made by the officers below the rank of secretary. That means high protection is being given to the personal information. And this UIDAI, if you see, the full form of this is, it is a statutory body, and its full form is Unique Identification Authority of India, which was created by the Aadhaar Act of 2016. Next one is Mission Karmayogi. The Mission Karmayogi was launched to build capacity among the civil servants and other government servants. So normally the main problem with regarding to the government functioning is the government machinery, if you see, they're not being updated. They're not having enough training, proper training and timely training. In order to solve all of these things, the Mission Karmayogi was launched. The core guiding principles of this program is transition from rule-based to role-based human resource management, emphasizing on on-site learning, complementing off-site learning, to calibrate all civil service positions to a framework of roles, activities and competencies approach, to make available to civil servants an opportunity to continuously build and strengthen their behavioral, functional and domain competencies. The main aim is to enhance their competency, the behavioral, functional and domain competency. And the programs will be delivered to the IGOT Karmayogi platform, which is an online platform, and the Prime Minister's Human Resource Council will provide the strategic direction to the task of civil services reforms and capacity building. The capacity building commission, if you see, it will be set up to assist the the PM Public Human Resource Council to exercise functional supervision over all central training institutions with civil services capacity building, and the coordination unit is headed by the cabinet secretary. Okay, now let's move on to the next information, the One Nation One Ration Card. So under this One Nation One Ration Card, a beneficiary can buy subsidized food grains from any fair price shop across the country, but there are certain limitations for that, we will see. So under this PDS, the One Nation One Ration Card, even normally under PDS, normally the ration card holders can buy food grains from the fair price shop at a very low price in the area in which his ration card is there. But now under this One Ration Card, the person can go to anywhere and take his quota of grains. But this actually is mainly launched for the migrants, because normally we are seeing a lot of people are migrating from rural region to urban region in search of jobs, and one region to another region also in search of jobs and livelihood. So in order to make sure that even the people who migrate get the benefit of this PDS, this scheme was launched. The Partha Mukhopadhyay Working Committee on migration, not vibration. The Partha Mukhopadhyay Working Group on Migration has recommended it, and the identification of beneficiary will be done using biometric authentication on ePOS device installed at the fair price shop. So the migrant who migrated from a village to city, he is allowed to buy a maximum of 50% of the family quota from this fair price shop which is not there in his area. From the fair price shop which is there in his area, he can actually buy 100%. But from the shop which is not there in his area, he can maximum buy only 50% of family quota. And next you have the integrated management of a PDS scheme. So it is a central sector scheme implemented under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. It implements nationwide portability in food grains distribution under the Food Security Act of 2013, and it maintains national level data repository for deduplication of beneficiary data. Next one is the National Food Security Act of 2013. So this National Food Security Act was passed in 2013 to legally it entitles up to 75% of rural population, 50% of urban population to receive subsidized food grains under this. So people can receive subsidized food grains. This is to ensure the nutrition in all the people, so that people don't die because of lack of food. The rice will be given at rupees 3 per kg, and the wheat is given at rupees 2 per kg, and coarse grains at rupees 1 per kg. It is a joint responsibility of the central and the state governments. Okay, and the central government, if you see, they allocate the allocation of food grains to the states or union territories. The transportation of food grains up to designation depots will be done by the central government, and the state governments handle operational responsibilities, including identification of eligible families and issue of ration cards and supervision of the functioning of fair price shops, etc. All these things will be done by the state governments, right? So this is about the National Food Security Act. Next one is the internet shutdowns. So internet shutdowns in India has costed about 2.8 billion, which is 70% of the total loss of the world economy, as per the UK-based privacy and security firm Top 10 VPN. So Top 10 VPN is a VPN of UK. It's a UK-based security firm, and it has said that the internet shutdowns is causing a lot of damage to Indian economy. So with some of the provisions with regard to internet shutdowns, if you see, before 2017, Section 144 of CRPC bars the assembly of 5 or more people in an area, and you have the Indian Telegraph Act of 1885, under which the DM or SDM, they are empowered by the state to order for internet shutdown, and the maximum duration for which Section 144 can be applied is 2 months, and this can be extended by the state up to 6 months. And after 2017, these norms were changed. The temporary suspension of telecom services under the Public Emergency and Public Safety Rules of 2017 by amending this Section 7 of Indian Telegraph Act was done, and despite 2017 rules, government uses the power under Section 144 of CRPC. Only Home Secretary of the Union or a state can order an internet shutdown. Earlier it was the DM, but now the Home Secretary of the Union or the state can do this, and this has to be reviewed by a committee within 5 days. In unavoidable circumstances, the order can also be issued by an officer of the rank of Joint Secretary or above, authorized by the center and the states. And the review committee at central level consists of a cabinet secretary and secretary of Department of Legal Affairs and Telecommunication. Even at state level also it consists of chief secretaries, secretary of law, and other secretaries as well, including home. And in 2020, the order stated that suspending telecom services shall not be in operation for more than 15 days. But in spite of all of these things, sometimes the need arises for the shutting off internet. Because normally using internet only, a lot of clashes are taking place, a lot of fake news is being spread at a very rapid pace. So that's the reason. And if you see some other provisions under section 69A of IT Act of 2008, the power was given to ban specific websites to the government of India. Next one is the Data Governance Quality Index. This Data Governance Quality Index assesses different ministries' performance on the implementation of the central sector schemes and the central sponsored schemes. It is by the Development Monitoring and Evaluation Office under the Niti Aayog. It is to help in improving the implementation framework of policies and programs to achieve the desired objectives, and various programs to improve the service delivery include UIDAI, NATGRID, interoperable criminal justice system, etc. The major themes of this, if you see, the Data Governance Quality Index is data generation, data quality, data analysis, data security, dissemination, etc. And Department of Fertilizers under the Ministry of Chemicals is ranked second among the 16 economic ministry departments and third out of the 65 ministries or departments on Data Governance Quality Index. Next one is National Program and Project Management Policy Framework, which is launched by Niti Aayog and Quality Council of India. It provides an action plan to adopt a program and project management approach to infrastructure development and institutionalize such management and build a workforce of such professionals. So remember, the National Program and Project Management Policy Framework developed by, or I can say launched by, Niti Aayog and Quality Council of India. So this is mainly to develop quality infrastructure, robust governance, and reduce the cost and waste material without affecting the environment. So next one, if you see, some other government initiatives are given, like the eGram Swaraj portal, which is launched by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Remember, eGram Swaraj, Gram Swaraj. So it is related to Panchayati Raj Ministry, and this is mainly to strengthen the e-governance in Panchayati Raj institutions. It will bring better transparency, progress of reporting, and work-based accounting in the decentralized planning. It will provide a single window for information such as the profile of Panchayat, details of its finances, assets, and the activities taken, etc. Next is the Public Affair Index 2020. It ranks the states, union territories on governance, which is developed by Non-Profit Public Affairs Center. The performance is analyzed in the context of sustainable development defined by 3 pillars of equity, growth, and sustainability. In large states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh, they are on top, while states like UP, Odisha, Bihar at the bottom. Small states like Goa is at first, and Manipur is in the last. Chandigarh is top among the union territories. So remember, the Public Affairs Index is basically, it ranks states and union territories, and is developed by Non-Profit Public Affairs Center. Okay, this is mainly in the context of sustainable development. Next one is the Urban Governance Index by the Praja Foundation. This Urban Governance Index basically ranks the states in terms of real empowerment of grassroots democracy and local self-government. Odisha has topped in Indian states in urban governance, while Manipur and Nagaland are at the bottom. No states has devolved all 18 functions mentioned in the 12th schedule to their city governments. Next one is the 5-star villages scheme by Indian Post, which is mainly to ensure universal coverage of flagship postal schemes in rural India. And the schemes include saving bank account, Sukanya Samriddhi accounts, the PPF accounts, the postal life insurance policy, etc. If a village attains universal coverage, it gets 4-star status. If it completes three schemes, it gets 3-star status, and so on. Okay, so remember, the 5-star village scheme is by Ministry of Post, not Ministry of Post, it is by Indian Post. Okay, so that's it, guys, for this lecture. So with this, we have finished the Polity PT365 discussion. If you have any queries, you can ask us in the comment box. Okay, if you have any suggestions, please do give them in the comment box, and you can get back to us via Telegram as well. So thank you, and I'll see you again with the next PT365 summary. Thank you. Jai Hind.